Hello, my sewing friends. Let's have a chat about Vogue 1863, a vintage skirt.
Woohoo!
I'm Jen, and this is Friday Sews, when we talk about sewing in life. Before I forget, don't forget to subscribe and do the bell and the thumbs up and all of the things. Okay, let's get into the sewing because I have thoughts on this pattern. This is Vogue 1863. It is a vintage reprint from a 1949 design. Vogue and I have a love-hate relationship. And with regard to this, I want to say, Vogue, you lied to me. What happened is, it does not matter how much in your head you are convinced that this is an illustration. It's a drawing. It's supposed to give you the idea of the garment. And this woman is wearing gloves, a hat. She has on the shawl collar version of the little jacket that goes with the skirt. She's wearing it belted. What grabbed me about this pattern was the skirt because it has these pockets with flaps that are just such a statement. I have a little blouse, a little sleeveless button front blouse. It's Irish linen that has been embroidered, and I knew I wanted to make something to go with it. Well, it's a blouse, and I would normally wear it not tucked in because the hemline has a scalloped edge. Beautiful blouse. So I thought, I had this gingham, and I thought that would make the perfect skirt for that blouse. No, it did not. And you can see I tried it with the blouse out, I tried it with the blouse tucked in, and then I tried it with the belt, and I'm not happy with any of them. And I think this skirt is just not me. In the end, that's the kind of conclusion that I reached. So I have it right here, and what I want to tell you are 4 things about this skirt. If you're going to make it, I want you to know these things. And the last one is kind of a hack for any garment that you make that has a fixed waistband. And by that, I mean, it's not elastic, it doesn't stretch in any way, and it works. Okay, so this skirt, it does have the front pleat, which I think is one of the reasons that it doesn't look good on me. And it also has a back pleat. Well, those are design elements that are beautiful. The first thing I would advise is that you hold the pattern tissue up to you, the front, one of the front pieces, it doesn't matter which one. Hold it up to you at your waist and account for about a 2-inch waistband and see where it hits you on the hemline. I am 5'7", and this hit me at my ankles. No kidding. I cut off 2 inches to accommodate for the amount of fabric that I had. And then when I went to try it on after I'd made it to look at the hemline, it still hit me at my ankles. I could have saved at least a half yard of fabric. At this point, where you see it in the photos, it's pinned up this much. This is a good 6 inches. So do yourself a favor and look at that hemline length before you cut out your pattern. And you may save yourself a fair amount of fabric in doing that. If you know what looks good on you and about how long you want your skirt to be, yeah, go from there. The second thing I want to tell you about this is that these pockets, they're very shallow. That's as far as my hand goes. They're just not very deep. They're just not. If I make this again, I doubt that I will. Mainly because of that pleat in the front that I don't think works. Although in a different fabric it might. The pockets, I would cut them deeper. You expect for them to be big, deep pockets, and they stop right there. And I don't like that. The third thing that I would tell you to do is to interface the pocket fold line. Well, you have this fold line, you can see right there, and it can get a little floppy because the width of the pocket is greater than where you're sewing, the distance that you're sewing it. So it has some give, you know, but it tends to get a little floppy. And I think if you were to take about an inch strip of interfacing and just go right at that fold line, maybe right under it, to stiffen this part right here, I think it would drape a lot better. So that would be my recommendation on that. My last recommendation is really more of a hack for any kind of a waistband that is fixed. And that's this. I always try to go probably an inch under what my waistline actually is when I measure out a waistline. And inevitably, it doesn't matter. I put it on, it feels comfortable, and as I wear whatever it is through the day, it grows, or it's too tight to get on in the beginning, and I know it's gonna grow, but it's too tight. So I just never can get it right. And maybe you can, but I can't. So what I did in this case was I went in with a piece of elastic. I mean, it was only cut maybe an inch, inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a half, less than the measurement of the waistline. And you can see that it does gather it a little, but when I put the skirt on, it pulls it taut, except that as I move through the day, as I move wearing it, it grabs, but it doesn't grab in an uncomfortable way. So essentially it is an elastic backed waistband, but not in the traditional sense. That's my little hack for you, and I will continue to do that on pants, on skirts, shorts, anything that has a fixed waistband. I even did it on a pair of jeans recently because the jeans were too big, and I thought, I've got to fix this. And now they fit great. The beauty of it is that elastic allows for some give, but not too much because, you know, it still fits you comfortably. Works every time for me. I hope it will work for you. It is spring, yay! Everything is green, and on the trees that have lost their leaves through the winter, we've got the same thing everybody else has in North America right now. It's the buds on the trees and the leaves are coming out and everything is greening up. In the winter, our yards all get brown because it doesn't rain. So it's started to rain again. And so we love that. I love that. It's also 80 to 85 degrees every day. And that's wonderful because that's swimming weather. The other thing I want to tell you about life is that the Sewing Expo in Lakeland, Florida is coming up a week from today. And like last year, we're going to meet at noon in the lobby. And anybody that wants to come and just hang out for a little while, I would love to see you. I think we would all love to see each other. So if you're going to be at the expo, then try and schedule your classes so that at noon you can get over to the lobby and just say hi. And now it's time for a little bit of Jesus. So if you're one of those people that checks out, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. And for the rest of us, I have a little prayer card. And this is from Romans 10:17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. Faith is a wonderful thing to have, and I hope you're walking in it every day like I also try. That's it for now from me, and I will see you at the expo, if not next time. Take care. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.